Hey everybody. This is better. I'm doing the questions thing, if you were wondering. The pattimus questions. There's so many questions out there. I've never asked any questions, and I probably won't for a while because there's so many good questions out there. But Patti takes the cake. You know, she's nuts, as we all know. Oh shoot. Wait, I don't have an internet connection here. Getting the questions, just a moment. Back. Okay, lightning speed here. Highlander lightning speed. I'm going to repeat the questions. Should I? Yeah. If you could live or exist in a piece of 2D art, what would it be and why? Some place that would feel nice. Somehow nuts and crazy, and all I could think of really was the world in that movie by Robin Williams, What Dreams May Come, where he's basically in a dream world, but the dream world is a painting, and he comes into this world and it looks like a painting. He sees a landscape, but everything he touches is made of paint, and he has a great deal of fun getting dirty in the paint. So that's all I could think of. That seemed like fun. So I would probably choose that, or a piece of 2D art. It would have to be sort of, you know, I wouldn't want to be in a game where there's a lot of where there's a lot of action and where you can't have a rest. But I'd go go-karting in Mario Kart 8. That would be a cool world. Anyway, I'm going with the What Dreams May Come. Ever woven a basket? Who in their right mind would ever weave a basket? No, I haven't. And what did I put in it? Nothing. I mean, I didn't weave a basket, nor would I. I mean, not to piss on the art of basket weaving. I mean, it's a lost art, really. I guess nobody does it anymore except people in museums and stuff. Do you still wish on falling stars? Yes, I do. And I think I get to do it every summer. We go to France a lot, and we take the caravan and go out to France, and there's a lot of places where there's not so much light pollution, and there's a lot of shooting stars, and I wish on them. Nothing's ever come true, but hey. Thoughts on kiwis? Much of my family is actually from New Zealand. My father's brothers, after the Second World War, many people moved to New Zealand. And as you know, people from New Zealand are called Kiwis because they have a bird there. It's called a kiwi, and of course that causes them to be called Kiwis all over the world. So that's my first thought. The other thought is the fruit, the hairy fruit, or the yellow ones, the yellow kiwis who are not so hairy, but kiwis are slippery, and you can only eat kiwis for a while, and then they're boring. So you have to sort of come and go. kiwis. Kiwis are slippery. Ever notice that? You can eat the whole kiwi, by the way. That's nice, except the skin. But kiwis are a good fruit. You are transformed into either scent, light, or a sound. Which of those are you? And describe yourself. I would be light. I would be light because light is fast. I would be a super thin, shining white ray of light, and I would fly through the universe or across the earth or our solar system to visit shit and see shit that you couldn't now, and travel at the speed of me, light. That would be great. I would be light. And somehow, I just thought of this. Light always goes in a straight line. So if I were to go somewhere, I would have to stop and reflect off something in order to get back. So it may not be so cool to be light. But anyway, I'd still be light. I mean, ascent is an even bigger problem. You're like a cloud, you know, and then you dissipate. If I were a scent, I'd be a fart, and if I were a sound, I'd be a burp probably, short-lived. No, I'd be light. What is your favorite scent? I could go for, you know, a freshly baked apple pie and the scent of a kitchen that's starting up, and those are all nice, but I would really go with the smell that you have just for a second when the weather starts getting nicer, you know, in spring, and that first moment when you step out the door, and it's only there for the first breath you take. It's sort of a herbal smell. It's fresh and it's cold and it's only there for a second. But that would be my favorite smell. That smell is a promise of a nice day. If I get that smell, my mood usually goes the right way. You are somehow now a ruling dictator. What 3 laws do you put in place? I put a law in place that banks and oil companies share their wealth. You know, we get reports on Shell, their quarterly profits are, you know, billions. Quarterly profits, not turnover, profits, billions. And yet every time I see the prices for gas go up and I see people starving all over the world. So I put a law in that says, you know, slightly communist probably, but share the wealth. And banks as well. You know, banks keep making more money. We've just been put in this big crisis by banks, and all I get in the newspapers is that bank managers and bank personnel are making more and more money. They've not learned a thing. I would put in a law that says basically share the wealth. You know, and I've always lived by the rule that I wanted to at least be able to be filthy rich, but I don't anymore. So that would be a law, and I would also put in a law that would make it possible for any invention, whether or not it be a threat to big industry, to get a fair chance. Because there have long been ways of saving fuel, for instance. But you know, car industries don't want that. So funny things happen to people who invent that kind of stuff. So I would pass a law that would allow for amazing adventures, amazing inventions to get a fair chance. Don't ask me what that law would look like because I don't know. I'm not a lawmaker, so it's probably impossible. If soulmates existed and we were born with a mark matching that of our soulmate, would you think that would be groovy, or would it suck? I think that mark is already there. You just have to know where to look. Um, and so I don't sure have it or not. I don't care. I think it's clear. Where would that mark be? You know, if it's on your ass, then you know you're already halfway there when you meet someone. Or if it's on your forehead or your arm, I don't know. Don't you think so? Don't you think that you? I find soulmates, and I think there's more than one too. Anyway, tell me a random ass accomplishment that you were genuinely proud of. I beat an illness that was ready to kill me twice. Uh, I think that is an accomplishment that I'm proud of. And despite all that, we made a daughter. And that was against all odds. And that was an accomplishment that I'm proud of. Genuinely. Tell me your favorite joke. I always, not always, but you know, in the right crowd, and especially at the right moment, but that goes for all the jokes really, is I just go into I meet some people and I have to know them. You know, you can't do this with people that you don't know. Or you do it with people that you don't know, but you have to be sure that you can do that. I just look at my watch and say, at what time does the fucking start? Thank you, bye.